The Supreme Court's recent 5-4 ruling has intensified a legal dispute between Texas and the Biden administration over border security. The core issue revolves around Texas' installation of concertina wire along sections of the Eagle Pass border area and whether federal agents have the authority to remove or cut the wire. This case, known as Department of Homeland Security v. State of Texas, is now back before the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals for further review. Texas initially sued the federal government, arguing that its actions violated property rights and the Administrative Procedures Act. The state installed the wire to prevent unauthorized crossings, but the Biden administration ordered sections of it removed, prompting Texas to seek legal action. Federal District Court initially issued a temporary restraining order preventing federal interference, except in cases of medical emergencies. When Texas sought a more permanent injunction, the court denied it, though it acknowledged that federal interference was not always justified. But before we get into the details, hit the subscribe button like this video and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your support. After the denial, Texas appealed to the Fifth Circuit, requesting emergency relief to prevent further federal action. A motions panel of the Fifth Circuit granted this relief, effectively blocking federal agents from cutting the wire. The Biden administration then appealed to the Supreme Court, which in a narrow decision sided with the administration and vacated the Fifth Circuit's order, allowing federal agents to proceed. Following the Supreme Court ruling, Texas Governor Greg Abbott criticized the federal government, asserting Texas' constitutional right to defend itself under Article I, Section 10, Clause. He argued that the federal government had failed to enforce immigration laws and vowed to continue efforts to secure the border. After the Supreme Court ruling, the case returned to the Fifth Circuit. The court initially remanded the case to the district court for 60 days to gather additional evidence. During this time, the Biden administration filed a motion to dismiss the case entirely, arguing that Texas claims lack jurisdiction and substance. Texas countered, claiming the motion was an improper attempt to end the case prematurely. When the Fifth Circuit resumed its review, it heard oral arguments, during which the Biden administration made several contentious claims. The administration argued that the court should not consider any new evidence developed during the 60-day remand period. This argument frustrated the judges, especially since the administration indicated it might use new evidence if the case returned to the Supreme Court. The administration also claimed that the Supreme Court's prior ruling effectively decided the case, a stance that appeared to irritate the judges further. Concerns were also raised about the administration's potential strategy to escalate the case back to the Supreme Court, bypassing the Fifth Circuit's authority. The judges' reactions during the hearing suggest that the Fifth Circuit may rule in favor of Texas, potentially reversing the lower court's decision and granting a preliminary injunction to restrict federal interference. If this happens, the Biden administration is likely to appeal, potentially bringing the case back to the Supreme Court. This case underscores the ongoing tension between state and federal authority over border security. Texas asserts its right to defend itself, while the Biden administration maintains that border enforcement is a federal responsibility. The outcome could have significant implications for immigration policy and the balance of power between states and the federal government in managing border-related issues. The Fifth Circuit's decision is awaited with great interest, as it will shape the next steps in this high-stakes legal battle. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.